Hi, Umma. Hi, Appa. I am tired today. Very tired. I went to bed about 2, woke up at 8:50. Tired. I'm realizing as I get older and older, the more and more I need my 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Otherwise, I just I don't know if it's a schedule thing. Maybe it's a schedule thing, but I am just dead. Came to go get work done at a coffee shop. I was gonna vlog on this today, but I forgot to put the memory card back. Look, up here, no card, no SD card. I forgot to put the card back. So, I guess we're vlogging on the phone today. Haven't done that since day whatever. But it's alright because it's okay. Because we are adapting. And we are not chasing perfection. And you gotta do the best with what you got at the time. Got my protein. We're gonna go get some coffee and get some work done. I edited pictures for about 2 hours last night, and I think I got to like 50 out of 700. So this will be fun. It's gonna take some time. Oh, this feels so close. And some other personal finance news. Wow, this is shaky compared to the some other personal finance news. Today's April 30th. Today was the last day. Today was the last day of budgeting for my lens. The big lens that I just got. And so I purchased it. And then for the last 3 months I've been saving $700 a month for that, along with the $800 for the UK trip. So April is the last month that I had that budgeted. So we are complete $2,100 saved, and we only got 2 more months for saving 5K for the UK trip. So, or 4K for the UK trip. Personal finance complete. It's backwards. Okay, so I went to the camera store after the coffee shop just to be asked like some questions about cameras and lenses and whatnot. But the flash was weird because sometimes it would rapid fire and sometimes it would not. And I know that there's a recycle time needed. The higher the output of light you do per flash requires time to recharge the light before it could go again. And then he was asking questions about like, are you in manual or are you in automatic? And I said manual because I want to control the settings. He said put it in automatic because, and I was like, really? He's like, yeah, the lens, the flash, and the camera are all integrated. They all talk to each other. So when you're in a high pressure situation, there's not enough time to think about the camera settings and the flash settings, especially if you're moving distances and the light is changing in the room. He's like, try automatic. I was like, okay, I'll try automatic. The way that I've learned all of this is you want to be in control of all of your settings. You don't want to leave anything and miss the shot because the camera or the computer decides, oh, this is best for you, and you're like, no, no, no. But he said that automatic will cover about 99% of your situations, and the 1% you'd be in the studio and you're going for something special. So I was like, okay, let me try it. So right now we're in manual M. If we change this to TTL, TTL is automatic. TTL means through the lens. So what it does is this is going to shoot out an initial flash. It's going to reflect off of this, whatever the subject is. It's going to come through the lens, and then it tells the flash what the setting should be when they do the second flash. So there's two flashes. I guess we'll see. Okay. I mean, it's pretty good. That's what I would want in this scenario. Now let's try if I change the settings from f4 to f10. Do we still get the same picture? Okay, so we don't. This one is much brighter, this one's much darker. But I didn't have to change any of these settings, which is, I guess, still pretty good. This is telling me how far that I should be from the subject that it's, or that the that it's covering the flash range. I don't know what minus 2.7 is yet. I guess I could change it. Oh, that might be the exposure. So let's keep this at 0 because I want it to be exposed evenly. So that might be the exposure compensation. What the exposure compensation is you have all of the settings in the camera for it to be exposed properly, and that's 0. 0 means the picture, the brightness of the picture is correct. +1 means it's brighter than it should be. -1 is it's darker than it should be, and it goes +3 to -3. So if I have this at 0 now, let's try this again at f10. Let's see what comes up. Okay, let's take one at f4. Oh, that wasn't focused. Okay, so now let's take a look at those two pictures. There's f4 and there's f10. f4, f10. So f4 is still brighter, but actually marginally. Just marginally brighter. It looks a little bit brighter in the camera, in this camera, than it actually is. But it's all manual, and the camera exposed for that, so the camera handled that. Let's go back to TTL. So this is the range of where the subject should be. 35 is the lens that I have now. And TCN changes that? Okay. So yeah, I guess I don't have to touch it. So okay, so because I was talking with him and saying, we were in different settings, different areas and different rooms, and he was saying, oh, you should just let the camera do it. Let the camera handle that. You worry about the composition, you worry about what you want in the camera settings, but the flash settings, let the camera handle that. It's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 machine. It's sophisticated enough to handle it. Because when we were switching back and forth, the reason is there was a lot of pictures that I forgot to change the flash because it was my first time using the flash. So I forgot to change the settings on the flash, and it either missed or it was too dark. So a lot of times it was too dark, or too bright. And I was like, oh, I gotta go change the camera settings. So it was an extra thing to think about, plus doing the video. And I mean, I can edit the pictures and it's fine, but a lot of it was trial and error. When now looking back at it, maybe it shouldn't have been trial and error, because it was one of those things that I should get right the first time. Not in like a perfectionist way, but because this fashion show was just like a, hey, this is the one time we're doing it. So I guess we'll leave it on TTL for now, automatic for now, and just practice with it. Let's change the lighting in this room and change some of the settings and see how close we can get to what we just shot. So we'll turn off this light, close this. Let's try this again. Okay. So it's really dark, so I'm gonna have a spotlight here. Okay, that's an f4. This is gonna be f10. This is gonna be very dark if it wasn't for the spotlight. In trouble focusing. Okay. It's pretty good. This is f4. So f4 is going to be a little bit brighter than f10, of course, because the number of f is how big the iris is in letting light through. So, well, that's really close. So the iris is like your eyes. When it's dark, like for a cat's eyes example, when it's really dark, the cat's pupil gets really, really big because it needs to let light through. When it's really, really bright, the cat's eye gets really, really skinny and sliver because it doesn't need to let that much light through. That's what the f-stop is. The f-stop controls how much light gets through the camera based on a mechanism of opening and closing. The other one is shutter speed, of how fast the picture is taken. So on f4, this is going to let more light through, so of course it's going to be brighter. And this is f10. It's just going to let less light through. But let's look at the histogram. And this is how much light gets through in the different colors. This is what we call the exposure. So this is f10. And this is f4. So without having the flash go back, or without having to go back into the flash and change the settings, it's pretty comparable. It's not too bad. It doesn't change like too much, honestly. So this is f10, this is f4. Look at how little that these histograms move. Oh, maybe he was right. Maybe we should be doing it on automatic. It's just weird because for so long I've been told you want to control all the settings in the camera. Now there is a point where it gets too much. Actually, let's try one more thing, the rapid fire. Let's try, how does this recycle time work? And that's just, oh wow. Oh wow, that was a lot better than I thought it would have been. Surprised. It's still writing to the card, so I can't do that. So let's do this. Experimenting. This is how if I'm experimenting and I want to make sure that I'm doing, when I go through the pictures in the camera and I want to know when I stopped doing one experiment and start another, you just cover the camera like this. And you take pictures like that. And then it's going to be black, so you know that's the break. So let's do that, and let's try one with a manual focus, or sorry, not manual focus, but manual flash at the same subject distance. So the TTL, it was showing us here. This is the distance away. That's 7. So if we go to manual, we're going to stay at 7, basically 1/2 power. And let's see what that looks like on on the rapid fire. Okay, so that was not as much. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of dark shots because the flash didn't fire. And some of them are good. Overexposed. It's a little bit brighter than it should be. This is what we call, I mean, it's a good histogram. You want the left side is dark, the right side is bright, and you want information all in the middle, but this is a little bit too much brightness. So let's keep scrolling. Dark, light, dark, light. Okay, so this is where this is the break because it's the black pictures that I took covered the lens. And then this is the ones with automatic flash. I'm going through them. There we go, see? I'm scrolling through them, but they all fired for the rapid fire on automatic. Which is what one of the things I was doing when I was taking pictures for Tiffany and her family after in the foyer in the lobby. I had to like wait to restart recycle the flash, and then I had to turn it off and turn it on sometimes. So I guess TTL might be the way to go, honestly. Let's try one more time so it's not a fluke. TTL. Yeah, I mean, it fires every time. I wonder why. But I'm happy because now I know for Lynn's wedding. Because Lynn is getting married in June and I'm shooting her Indian ceremony. This makes me wish I knew this or had tried this before Tiffany's fashion show. Not that I missed any shots, but it would have been a lot easier and they probably would have been exposed a little bit better. Especially the backstage portfolio ones, so. Okay, well, I don't know why I walked over there. I felt like I just needed to sit down on the stool. Yeah, a little bit of, not regret, but wish I knew that sooner. Wish I had tried that instead of just being like, oh, I'll take manual and do it myself. There's my bathroom right now, super dark. And I wanted to see what it would look like if I recreated that dark scenario. And look. It's okay. It's okay. But it's okay if I have a subject like that really close. But then when the subject was really far, like I was trying to zoom in on over here, like the soap bottle. Or like up here in the shower curtain. It exposed okay. Like if we look at the histogram, this is kind of similar to what I had before. I guess it's just easier to not have to worry about the flash, but it's not the greatest. I mean, it's a pretty boring picture, but like this is what it was at first. And then there's one really bright one that I just took. Like this. Focus. This one I did manually, so I added way more flash. And it's a little bit clearer. This part is a little overwashed, but overexposed, but I don't know. I will say this test session has been a hell of a roller coaster ride. I feel like I should have done this. Now I shouldn't have done that, and I did what I did was right. Now I don't know. I'm a little confused. We were all in such a hurry to leave that I had 5 of these. There's 3 here charging. There's one in the camera that's full. I don't know where I put the 4th one. Or the 5th one. Should have 5. Weird. It's relatively early to be ending the vlog. but I've got a lot of computer work to do. Honestly, that Flash thing was my big thing of the day. I came back and worked, and then I put some rice in the rice cooker, and now we're going to edit while we get some food up. I got vlogs, I got edits, videos, I got other videos to edit. And it feels overwhelming, but honestly, this is the only thing that I've been thinking about all day. Work feels like an obstruction to this, but work pays the bills. So that's gonna be it for today. Bye, Umma, bye, Appa. Thanks for coming along today. I'll see you tomorrow.